love and hip-hop Atlanta's Rasheeda Frost and her husband, Kirk, as the two have seemingly always had problems throughout the entire show's airing time, however, have refused to divorce. But you'll be shocked to hear that things might be changing now, and that the two might actually be broken up for good. As one of the few long-term married couples on the show, married for 24 years, their relationship has been in the public eye for over a decade. Critics have blasted Kirk not only for his past infidelities on and off the show, but also for having a child with another woman during their marriage, something which, shockingly, didn't end their marriage. In a recent episode of the hit series, Kirk shocked fans even more as he brought in his former mistress Jasmine Washington, along with Rasheeda, to discuss visitation and parenting responsibilities for their now 8-year-old son, Cannon. Jasmine threw a little shade, suggesting that Rasheeda was more of an Instagram parent when it came to her son Cannon. Kirk, on the other hand, couldn't help but point out how awkward the whole thing felt, as he had to be faced with the two women in his life. It didn't take long for things to heat up, with Jasmine accusing Kirk of being a no-show at Cannon's last birthday party and not sticking to the visitation schedule they supposedly agreed on. However, Kirk quickly pushed back, saying there was never an official agreement in the first place, which is why he wasn't obligated to attend anything. Rasheeda eventually had to jump into the conversation as she tried to calm things down between them and remind them that Cannon was the focus, which is something fans were extremely horrified to see her have to do. At one point, Rasheeda seemed to have enough as she got fed up with the text messages shared between the two of them, some of them extremely inappropriate to the point where she was ready to walk out.
Whatever.
So what's the deal?
Honestly, let me say this. Me and you haven't really had any type of communication like this ever before.
Fans were extremely shocked to see that Kirk had been exchanging inappropriate texts with Jasmine, especially since she seemed to be against his advances, even preferring to have Rasheeda there to discuss the dealings with their son instead of Kirk.
You just told me my husband trying to you, and then you telling me you want to open up a communication line with me?
While some crazy things have always happened between Kirk and Rasheeda on the show, this really seemed to take the cake for fans, as Kirk seems to have no issue doing the things he's doing, as Rasheeda has to keep putting up with him. Fans have voiced their disapproval with their marriage for many years now, saying, "If I was Rasheeda, I would have been left you a long time ago, like no offense." However, Rasheeda has actually stood her ground in the past, as she even replied saying, "Let's be glad God made you be you. Wishing you many blessings. The journey is on the way."
I'm not gonna let
Many people have long since given up on believing that she would ever break up with him, as it truly seemed like there was no use in telling her to leave him. A lot of y'all in Rasheeda's same shoes telling her to leave her man, but y'all won't do the same. In the words of Scrappy, Rasheeda not leaving Kirk no matter what. That man has 8 children and only 2 by her. In fact, the couple has even served as a warning for many. May a love like this never find me. However, people believe that after the disrespect that Rasheeda was faced with in this latest episode, the two might just be ready to end their marriage for good, as Kirk really seems to have done everything in his power to get rid of Rasheeda. Jasmine's involvement in their lives has only made everything more complicated, and it's clear that Rasheeda's definitely reaching her breaking point, which is why fans believe that a divorce announcement is very much on its way.